Going on, guys? It's Matt9955 here. We're gonna be doing another deck profile for you guys. This time it's gonna be pure dinos. So without further ado, let's just get right into the deck. So we won't bore anybody. Alrighty, so obviously we run 3 of the big boss monster, Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. His effect says that you can basically special summon from your hand if you banish 2 dino monsters from your grave, which is really easy to do because you're going to be sending monsters to the grave and blowing crap up and just getting him out. And his other effect says that you can attack all monsters that are face down once per turn, and then, or not once per turn, but once per battle phase, because he can attack all monsters in one battle phase. And then he burns the opponent for 1,000 when he destroys that monster. And the good thing about him is that he can actually do this himself. He can change all of your opponent's monsters to defense, face down defense. It's during other players' turn, so you can disrupt plays with his effect. He's a 3,500 beater. Very good. Next card that's the main heart and soul of the deck is Soul Eating Oviraptor. Now this guy basically says that when he's no more special summon, you can go and grab any dinosaur type monster from your deck and add it to your hand, or you can send it to the graveyard. So if you need material in the graveyard, you can send it there. If you need material in your hand, you can send it there. And then you can target one level 4 or lower dinosaur monster on the field, destroy it, and then you can special summon one dinosaur type monster from your grave in defense position. I don't really use that as much. I mean, I use its effect so I can do the whole entire Lost World negation to blow up a card and then go and search and special summon a card. But other than that, I don't really use it to bring anything out of the graveyard most of the time. Then we run 3 Gilosauruses. A lot of people don't like to run this because it also allows your opponent to get cards out of the graveyard as well. But if you get him first turn and you're going first, you can just special summon him out. And then later on, he's level 3, so if you really don't want them to get whatever they want to get, then just normal summon them. And that's the way to get around it. Then we run 3 Baby Ceratosaurus. His effect says that when he gets destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon a level 3 or lower dinosaur type monster from your deck, which is really good because you can get a Soul Eating Oviraptor on your opponent's turn to use his effect to go and grab a dinosaur and do a whole bunch of shenanigans like that on your opponent's turn, or you can do it on your turn. Then we run the counterpart of him, which is Petite-Randon, and instead of level 4 or lower, he does level 4 or higher dinosaur monsters when he's destroyed by a card effect when you special summon them out. But they also, you gotta realize this, that they cannot attack the turn that they're special summoned. So you can like link them off or go into an XYZ or Fusion or Synchro or whatever you're running in your deck. We run for tuners in the deck. We run 2 Ash Blossom with Joyous Spring. Normally we don't really use her as a tuner, we just use her effect to negate a draw from an opponent or a search or something of that nature. And then we run 2 Crystron Quan. Now, this is kind of an interesting thing. A lot of people ask me why I play this, but the Crystons are weird because you can use them during your opponent's turn. So you can use his effect to grab any monster that's not a tuner from your hand, special summon to the side of the field, and then instantly go into a machine type synchro. So if you don't have enough material in your grave for, say, Ultimate Conductor Tyranno or something like that, or if you have like a double evolutionary pill in your hand, you can use it so you can banish those from the grave. But your main play would be that you go into a Crystron Atromax, which does the same exact thing as Ultimate Conductor Tyranno's effect. That's a quick effect to change them all to face down defense, so you already have them set up, and then you can banish them during your turn at the end of like their phase or something like that, you know, just to disrupt their plays, and they can't change them back over. So unless they like didn't switch their battle position that turn, I guess. But also when he's destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon one Crystron monster from your graveyard, except the Synchro monster. So you can get him back and then do whatever you need to do again. If you have a higher level of monster, you can go into other Synchrons as well, which is pretty good. But anyways, so yeah, we run 2 of him, And like I said, you can do it during your opponent's main phase or their battle phase to disrupt their plays. So, pretty good. Then we run Dragma and Gandara, and that's basically just the Kaijus, just to, take whatever we don't want on their field and put what we want on their field. And we run one Overtext Clotless, because we can just keep on getting them back anyways. And you can get them out either by a double evolutionary pill or by having 5 banished dino monsters, shuffle them back into your deck, and then he gets special summon out. His main effect is that you can negate a spell or a trap by just destroying one card on their field, which then goes off the synergy of Baby Ceratosaurus and Pituitary and down. And you destroy them, special summon more stuff. Then we got one Dino Wrestler Pinkertops. Everyone knows basically what he does, but if you don't, it's just special summon him if you don't have less monsters in your opponent, and then you can trip himself off for cost and destroy one card on the field. He's a 2600 beater. 0 defense. We run one Tyranno Infinity because you're banishing a lot of stuff in this deck, so he gains 1000 attack for each banished dinosaur monster. So you can rack it up real good, and then you can special summon him out with Lost Worlds effect if you use Soul Eating Oviraptor on your token that you put over there. It's a lot of different good plays that you can do. We run the one Miscellaneousaurus. I don't think you really need more than one, but you can run more than one if you want. And this just makes it so during that main phase, your monsters can't be destroyed by card effects. They're unaffected by anything. But you have to remember that this is only one main phase. So you can do it main phase 1, or you can do it main phase 2, or you can do it during your opponent's turn, main phase 1 or main phase 2. So you do have to realize that. And then his other effect is that you can banish him and any other number of dinosaur monsters. Special summon one dinosaur type monster from your deck, which you can use him to actually bring him out. And the last monster we run is Giant Rex. When he gets banished, he gets special summoned back to the field, and he can't attack directly, so that's his only downside. Alright, so that's all the monsters in the main deck. Now for our spells, we run Real Lost World. Lost World effect says that all monsters that are not dinosaur type lose 500 defense and attack. And then once per turn, if a dinosaur type monster that is normal or special summoned to my side of the field, I can special summon one Jurassic token to my opponent's side of the field. And then once per turn, if a normal monster on the field would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can destroy that many dinosaur monsters from your hand instead, and then special summon from the deck. Or destroy from your hand or your deck. And then, depending on what you destroy, is when you get the special summon. Next card we run is 3 Fossil Dig, just so you can search out your dinosaur monsters if you don't have any. You just add one level 6 or lower dinosaur monster from your deck to your hand. Run 2 Pot of Desires. Banish top 10 cards from your deck, and then you get to draw 2. And they get banished face down, so you can't use them or look at them for any of the effects of the actual deck, but it doesn't really matter, because you can use both those, and as long as you don't banish both of your ultimate Dark Arcana, which you're basically fine. Then we run 2 Double Evolutionary Pill. You banish one monster and one non-monster, which is also why we have Ash Blossom and Crystron Quan on there, because they're not dinosaurs, so you can use those for the effect as well. And you can get basically any dinosaur that you want that's level 7 or higher, and it ignores their summoning conditions. So you can get Overprotected Clotless off this. You can also get Ultimate Conductor Triano off of this. And then it's just for other cards that we play. Play 1 Pot of Avarice because it came back. Select 5 monster cards in your graveyard, and empty your deck, shuffle it, and then you draw 2 cards. So this is like late game if you really want to use it. You don't have to. Obviously, it's not really that good in this deck, but it's not bad to have an additional draw card. 1 Monster Reborn, just bring back 1 card from any person's graveyard. 1 Terraforming to go and get the Lost World. And then traps, we have evenly matched, which just at the end of the battle phase, if your opponent controls more cards than you do, you can make your opponent banish cards from their field face down until they control the same amount of cards as you. So if you only have this card on the field, then they can only have one card on the field. And then if you have no cards on the field, then you can use it from your hand. And the last card we play in the main deck is Metaverse, which just allows us to go and get Lost World on our opponent's turn. So that is the main deck. Let me go into the extra deck now. So a lot of people don't like to play Underclock Taker, but we play him just because he is an easy way to get out Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. You use 2 Dinosaurs, blink them away, then you banish those 2 Dinosaurs, bring out Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, boom. You got basically the meanest monster in the game. Then we run 1 Grave Dragon, just for the additional boost of attack. I believe Dinosaurs get the boost of attack, right? Yeah, they get 200 for each dinosaur that's in the grave. So, you can get big if you want them to get big, but you don't really need them. It's just another card that you can have in the deck. We run 1 Phantom Knight, the Cursed Javelin. You can use your Pteranodon and your Baby Ceratosaurus to basically make your opponent lose half their attack on a monster. So he's like, he's good, but he's also bad. It depends on what's going on. 1 Dinosaurs. He's used basically just to inflict some damage. That's about all he's good for. You can use your Gilocerasaurus for that. And then we run 1 Evilsaur Dolkia. He negates monster effects, and you can do this twice, and then when he negates it, it destroys them. And then you have Evilsaur Logia, which basically negates everything else. Negates no more special summon, and then also negates spell traps by just detaching both his materials on him. Basically a solemn like judgment, I guess. We run 1 Evil Swarm Exciton Knight. You can activate his own chain on himself to destroy all cards on the field. And you just have to meet the stipulations of that your opponent has more cards than you do. And then for the Holy Trinity, I guess you could call it, I run Super Dragnot Rail Cannon Gustav Max with his upgrade of Super Dragnot Rail Cannon Juggernaut Libra. But if you don't know what Gustav does, just you take 1 off and then you burn your opponent for 2,000 damage, and then you go into him and you can make him gain 2,000 attack and defense, which he's already at 4,000. So he gets to 6,000 attack and defense, and he can attack as many times against monsters as he has materials on him. But he can only attack that turn. And then we have number XX, Utopia Dark Infinity. And this says when a monster is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can attach 1. Then target 1 monster, special summon it. So you can take 1 off, special summon it back. And then you gain life points equal to the amount of that monster's attack. And he's at 4,000 attack as well. And then on to Synchros. We run the 2 Crystron Animatrix, which is the one that allows you to change all of your opponent's monsters to face down defense. And then if he's destroyed, you can special summon a Crystron monster that's not a Synchro from your grave. We run 1 Black Rose Dragon just in case we need to clear the whole entire field real quick, because he destroys all cards on the field and then you get special summon. His other effect's not really worthwhile because we don't have any crit type monsters or anything like that. And we won 1 Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend, and his effect says that once per turn you can destroy as many special summon monsters on the field as possible that have the same attack or less than him, and then you can burn your opponent for 500 for each of those that were destroyed. And the last guy we run is Clearwing Synchron Dragon. But he just negates the spell trap or monster effect once per turn. Oh yeah, he also cut the attack of monsters in half. But that's not his thing. But anyways, yeah, so this is my May 2020 dinosaur deck. I hope you guys liked it. I have put one of these on here before for dinosaurs, but it was about 2 years ago when I first got the deck, and I don't think I had like 90% of these cards by then. So, but hopefully you guys liked it. And this is Mad Matt signing out.